So if you want to use Python or develop with Python on your local machine, of course you need to install it. So here's a guide on how to install Python on a Windows machine and then configure a new virtual machine. So the download for Python for Windows resides on the python.org website. Simply navigate to that website and click on downloads. And the latest version as of developing this video is 3.8.2. So let's just save this file. And as you might imagine, we then run it from there. Okay, so the actual installation is relatively simple. There's a few options that you can change. So first of all, add the Python 3.8 to the path. That's going to be really useful for you. And then just choose the customize installation. So from here, you can choose some of these different options. If you're completely brand new to Python, then let's just leave all these in place for now and press next. And then from here, what can be useful is to install Python directly onto the C drive. It just makes it a lot easier to find, if anything else, and then everything else can stay the same. So I press install and press yes and let it install. So now it's installed, I press close, and we should now be able to close the browser and then access Python from the C drive. There we go. So if we go into the C drive, we now have a folder Python, and then inside of there we have Python. So through installing Python, what you should have now, if you go to the start, is the recently added items here. And one of these things is the IDLE. So if you open that up, that opens the Python shell. Now, if you can't access that, if you just type in IDLE, after you press start, you can access the app that way too. So this is the Python shell. From here, we can actually just start typing some Python. There we go. So you can explore that if you like, or if you want to type out some Python code initially, that's definitely where you can play with Python. So next we're going to install a virtual environment and set it up. So a virtual environment basically creates an isolated Python environment, or it mimics a full system install of Python and allows us to install all of our desired modules without interfering with your system. So the benefits are the fact that we can isolate the development and modules from our main computer, and also allows us to export that environment into other systems really easily. So let's now install a virtual environment. So working with programs or installing modules with Python, we need to work with pip, which is the Python's package manager. So first of all, let's just see if Python pip is installed by going to the command prompt, typing in cmd, open up the command prompt, and then from here we can type py for Python and then -m for a software package, and then pip version. So here we can see that pip is installed and we have version 19.2.3. So typically the first thing we do is update pip, but we probably don't need to in this case because we've just installed Python. However, if you wanted to upgrade pip to make sure we got the latest version, then we just need to type in this install and then --upgrade and then pip. So that's going to check for the latest version of pip. So having the latest version of pip means we've got the latest versions potentially of any software that we want to install or any modules we want to install. The next task is to install the virtual environment. So we can do this by typing in py and then -m again, then pip. So we're using pip to install this piece of software, and then we go for the install. And we want to install the virtual environment, ENV. So we run this installation and you'll notice that mine's already installed. So once you've installed that, we now need to start a new virtual environment. Now that you've installed the virtual environment package, we now need to start or make a virtual environment. So here, if we just go to the C drive, You can choose where you want yours. I'm just going to make a new folder called VENV. And then I'm going to open the command prompt and then just navigate to this folder. So in order to do that, if you're not familiar with the commands, I just type in CD to change folder and then C. That takes me to the C drive. And then I can press DIR to see what folders I have in here. And then press CD again and the name of the folder VENV. So that's going to take me into the correct folder. So from here, I now need to run the command to make a new virtual environment. So py -m VENV and then the name of the environment. So I'm just going to call this new. So that's going to create a new virtual environment. So now when I type in dir into this folder, you can now see I've got a new directory in here, and there's a new folder called new, which represents my new virtual environment. So now I can cd and then type in new to change the directory to that new directory. So now I'm in the new directory. I press dir again. I can see some more folders. So what's interesting here is I'm going to need the scripts folder. So this directory here. So if I change again into there, I now have a file here called activate. So what I can do now is type in activate. And notice how the command prompt has changed. I go from C: to new C:. So this denotes the fact I'm now working in my virtual environment. So I'm now inside my virtual environment. So anything I do now, install new packages, is going to be installed in the new environment. So that's how to get in, how to start, and then to move into your new environment. So if you now want to deactivate that, well, you can just type in deactivate. And you can see now you've gone from your virtual environment back to the C, your normal system. So to recap, we've installed Python, and then we used the pip manager to install the virtual environment, and then we created a new virtual environment. So we've made this new folder here on the C drive. So inside of here is a new folder called new, and inside of that is the virtual environment settings so far. Inside of here we have scripts, for example, and inside scripts we have activate, and that's how we activate or move into our new virtual environment. So we can't do that from here. We actually have to use the command prompt. So if I click on the folder and then just open up a new command prompt, I can then type in cd again and then just paste that directory structure. And that's kind of a quick way of then going into that structure. Of course, we can go directly into this from the folder, but this is a good way of moving into this directory here. So from here, if you remember, this is where we need to activate. And once we've activated, you can see now we have this new name new, which denotes the fact we're in our virtual environment. And from here, we're going to be working within the virtual environment. So hopefully I didn't repeat myself too many times. I just wanted to show you again how to get back into the environment. Of course, there's many things that you can do now, but let's just recap. So we created a isolated Python environment. Remember, this is going to mimic the full system install of your Python, and it allows us to work in a separate area so we can install modules and isolate our development from the main computer. So that pretty much wraps up this tutorial. We've installed Python to Windows and we've configured a new virtual machine. If you have got this far, congratulations on installing Python and the virtual environment, and I wish you all the best with Python. If you have got any questions or queries, please leave some comments and I'll try and get back to you.